Good afternoon, YouTube. This is my Breville Barista Express. So a few months ago I made a video on cleaning the coffee grinder here using white rice, and the reason I did that is because I started noticing my grind setting had to go to higher and higher settings. Using the white rice got me down into this sort of range, maybe 11, 12, 13. It still wasn't grinding quite right. It took me almost 2 full cycles on the grinder to fill the filter basket. So a few years ago I made a video showing this cleaning process, cleaning the conical burr grinder, and then here's this advanced cleaning for the conical burr grinder. So I thought I would try that because I think there might be a blockage down at the bottom of the grinder. The basic cleaning process doesn't get into that part of the grinder. So for this it says set to number 1, as fine as you can go. Let's see, unlock this. We take that off. Yeah, let me grab my vacuum cleaner. We've got quite a bit of coffee grounds in there, so I'll be back here in a second. So you need a 10mm socket, and you're going to take the nut off the top of the upper grinder burr. And it says rotate clockwise, so this is a reverse thread. So you got to remember that. It's an acorn nut. And then it says set the grinder to number 10. Unlock and remove the top burr. So that's this guy here. And so you give that guy a little twist. Usually you have to kind of go back and forth a few times to get it to... There we go. It gets stuck in there, and you have to rotate it a little bit. Kind of gets stuck along the bottom, so I will take that out. You can remove this guy. So there's the lower burr, and there's a couple of washers. There's your inside of the grinder. Let me vacuum that out a little more. Okay, down here, this is what they call the grind fan. So this was all caked up with really fine coffee grounds. So you can see it's loose because I've taken the upper burr off. So let me vacuum that out so I can get it out of there. Okay, I think we got it cleaned out a little bit, and what I have is a long pair of tweezers here, or they say like a needle nose pliers could get that out. So here's what they call the grind fan. So I guess that's what kind of kicks the coffee grounds out. And you can see that's pretty packed down inside here. There's also another washer. So there's a metal washer right here, and then a felt washer. So let me see if I can get those out of there. Okay, and then I have a telescoping magnet here. I think that works best for that steel washer. So I just couldn't grab it with the tweezers. In fact, there's 2 washers there. There's a thin one and a thicker one. Got that, and then it says you're supposed to get that felt washer out of there. So there's the felt washer. Anyway, we have some more powder down in there. Wow, that is just jam-packed. Okay, so now it says I'm going to brush everything out here. And there's supposed to be some openings. So get that loose, and then I'll vacuum this out. So the opening's over here. So that's where the ground coffee leaves, is right down there. Okay, I have a small toothbrush here that seems to work, so you can just get down in that opening, kind of run the brush in and out. And let me turn the light off on the camera here, and I'll shine a light up through the grinder outlet down below. You can see the light coming through, so I guess I have it cleaned out. So that's your outlet. So that's the part you got to get clean down here, is right down in that hole. So yeah, pipe cleaner or the brush they give you is pretty good. Yeah, just get that opening cleared out. And then I think the other thing to clear out is this fan. You can see how all the teeth are clogged up. I guess the coffee oil and really fine powder gets stuck in there. Toothbrush just barely hits that stuff. I think I'm going to try like a wire brush on this to really get all the nooks and crannies cleaned out. So I think that looks ready to go. I guess everything goes back in the reverse order. Let's see, the washer goes around. There's that probably a bronze bushing down there, I'm guessing. And then there was 2 washers that went on top there. I guess one is a washer and it looks like one's a shim. And then this one, so this guy goes on top there. And it's got a oval hole like that, so that goes down. Now this one has a round hole, but it's got 2 recesses, and those fit over pins on the top of the fan. So it's actually the fan that has the flats for that shaft, and then that's what turns the lower burr. So make sure that's in there right. Yeah, just checking to make sure I got all the parts. So I've got the acorn nut, there's a flat washer and a lock washer that go on top there. So let me get those guys on there. So I guess flat washer, then the lock washer, and then you've got the acorn nut, and again it's reverse threaded, so you go counterclockwise. Tighten that again with the 10mm socket, and then we've got the upper burr. Yeah, so you've got 3 slots on the outside, and then on the inside there's 3 raised parts. So that's how it goes back together. So you get in there, and you got to get, there we go. Now it clicks in. And then it says set the grind back to 5. And then get that in, and so then you put the bean hopper back in, and then get that to lock. And you have to have that locked or the machine won't work. And then we'll put that back on. So it's time to give this grinder a test here. So let's try it. Yeah, now it's coming out pretty nice. Ah, I'm getting pretty close there. Just a little bit low amount there. So I might have to go up a notch. Let's just get a little bit more in there. That should be about right. Check the grind. Yeah, I'm still working on getting the settings dialed back in. I think that's working a lot better. I noticed the grounds are coming out much more steady. Before I did the cleaning, they would kind of come out in bursts. There would be like nothing, and then a clump would come out, and then nothing, and then it would come out. Where here it was just a continual stream. So yeah, that's kind of the symptoms. If you notice you're way up on the top here and you're having to run several cycles of grinding to get your filter basket full, and if you're having to run abnormally high numbers on the grinder. So I used to be in the 7, 8, 9 range, and I had to go clear up to the top of the grind setting over here. But I think that is looking pretty good. So again, I got to recalibrate all the settings, the grind amount, and then the grinder setting over there. So that's the way to clean your grinder out. Yeah, if you have any questions about that, you can post up in the comment section below. And if you have any tips or tricks on grinder cleaning, go ahead and post that up as well. I'll put some of the other Breville Barista Express videos over here on the left side. And as always, thanks for watching.